After disappearing for 5 years, Fan Bingbing officially made her comeback last year by shutting down the red carpet at the 2023 Oscars, followed by Cannes and Paris Fashion Week. If you haven't already, check out the recap video I did last year, which also detailed how exactly Fan Bingbing got cancelled by China. At this point, the chances of her being reinstated in China are close to zero, and that's why she has to continue to rebuild her career on the international stage outside of China. Just when I was disappointed that BingBing didn't show up at the 2024 Cannes Film Festival, which she did attend last year with 16 different stunning looks, she surprised everyone at the 2024 Fall-Winter Paris Haute Couture Week that just wrapped up in the last week of June, strutting out 7 outfits in just 3 days. To start off, BingBing was invited by Anna Wintour herself to Vogue World, the flagship event hosted by Vogue magazine, attended by only the biggest A-listers in fashion and entertainment. BingBing chose a traditional Chinese Han costume designed by Ming Hua Tang, featuring flowing water, cloud shoulders, peacock flowers, and butterflies. It is unlike any high fashion dress that anybody has ever seen before, and traditionally only used in historical drama shows. There, she also got a chance to reunite with her co-star in the movie 355, Diane Kruger. BingBing went on to attend the front row for Dutch haute couture designer Iris van Herpen, wearing one of the looks from her previous Architectonics collection. Speaking of Van Herpen, she actually dressed BingBing back when she was still the #1 darling of China's entertainment industry. Back in December 2017, at an award ceremony where BingBing was named Filmmaker of the Year, she wore one of Herpen's most iconic dresses from the Aeroform collection. Her collaboration or friendship with the designer actually goes all the way back to more than 10 years ago. Why am I mentioning all of this? Well, it's been very hard for BingBing to rebuild her brand after being cancelled. Remember, she used to rep the biggest luxury brands such as Louis Vuitton. The reason why she can still have a decent presence at these notable fashion shows was because of all these relationships that she'd cultivated over the years. Now back to BingBing's other looks at the 2024 Paris Haute Couture Week. She then attended the runway front row show of Georges Hobeika, wearing a long-sleeve red gown. The designer actually dressed BingBing at the 2023 Cannes Film Festival in an absolutely stunning feather gown, and she actually walked the runway for Hobeika during last year's Couture Week. Toni Ward is another designer that BingBing had worked with several times, including her very memorable appearance at the 2023 Oscars. At this year's Couture Week, BingBing sat at the front row in a pink gown with a dramatic metallic arm cuffs accessory, and she was also at Toni Ward's couture show last year as well. Then BingBing transformed into a regal Middle Eastern beauty with a gold turban and a voluminous skirt, stomping for Stefan Roland, another designer that she'd worked with for a long time. Most recently at the 2023 Singapore Film Festival opening ceremony, the 2024 Asian Film Awards in Hong Kong, and the Emmy Gala Awards in Dubai, she chose Stefan Roland for all these important events, shutting down the red carpet as always. If we go back to the height of BingBing's movie career in China during the early 2010s, she actually wore Stefan Roland at a range of high-profile events, and BingBing even closed the runway show for Roland during the 2012 Couture Week. Next up is Georgie's Chakra. where BingBing dazzled in this matching checkered pattern dress and coat ensemble. She sat at the front row and reunited with supermodel Coco Rocha. The designer too has dressed BingBing many times, including the 2023 San Sebastian Film Festival opening ceremony, and all the way back to when she attended the 2014 premiere of X-Men: Days of Future Past, which was the last major Hollywood movie that BingBing participated in before the spy thriller 355, which failed spectacularly. It's quite a dramatic turn of events for that movie, which was put together by Jessica Chastain in May 2018, literally right before BingBing's scandal blew up. But she managed to be retained as one of the main cast members and went forward with filming in 2019. I discussed the ins and outs of that in my first video linked above. Okay, back to Couture Week recap. BingBing also dressed in one of the outfits from Viktor & Rolf's newest 2024 couture collection that features these striking scissor-cut designs with creative executions of holes and slashes. BingBing was also at Viktor & Rolf's 2023 couture show, in a very different look though. It goes without saying that when it comes to fashion shows, Fan Bingbing always hold a place of honor, even at a time when her career as an actress shows no sign of revival. I mentioned earlier that Bingbing wasn't at this year's Cannes Film Festival. Without speculating whether this is on purpose or due to her busy schedule, it definitely saved BingBing from the awkwardness of bumping into her old peers in the Chinese movie scene, who had a big presence at the 2024 Cannes, with 4 Chinese movies selected for screenings. The Crouching Tiger and the Memoirs of a Geisha star Zhang Ziyi, who used to be BingBing's biggest rival, made a statement comeback at Cannes after a 4-year hiatus to promote her upcoming movie, She's Got No Name, which was selected for Cannes' non-competitive exhibition section. Check out this video if you haven't yet to see where Ziyi has been all these years. While BingBing would have totally stolen the show at the Cannes red carpet, as she always does, seeing all the Chinese movie showings without her being a part of all that is going to be really rough. So I completely understand if she intentionally decided not to go. While BingBing still has her largest audience base in China, it's pretty much a given that she won't be landing any film roles in her home country anytime soon, though she was given an opportunity as an award presenter at the Asian Film Awards in Hong Kong back in March this year. On the bright side, fans will be able to see her minor participation in the upcoming movie Ice Road 2: Road to the Sky, starring alongside the Academy Awards nominated Liam Neeson. These were some photos of BingBing's on-set skit scenes in Australia from January this year. The first sequel of the Ice Road movie had 7 million box office and is available to stream on both Netflix and Amazon Prime. Let's hope that this will help unlock more opportunities for BingBing on the international movie scene. Outside of fashion and acting, BingBing has been quietly expanding her own brand, Fan Beauty, which started with skincare products such as sheet masks to now also include makeup lines as well. In fact, for every single one of her looks at the 2024 Paris Couture Week, BingBing used her own lipstick products from Fan Beauty. Earlier in June, BingBing went on a tour around Malaysia as the tourism ambassador for the historical city of Malacca, meeting with the royals and heads of state. Widely known across Southeast Asia, BingBing caused a stir everywhere she went, especially in these traditional Malaysian costumes representing the cultural heritage of this region. Before that, BingBing also went to Chiang Mai, Thailand for the famous Songkran Festival, which marks the start of the Thai New Year. BingBing dressed in traditional Thai costume, riding on the flower parades to portray the Songkran goddess, which is believed to bring prosperity and good fortune. While fulfilling her ambassador duties in Southeast Asia, BingBing also made a point to also promote Chinese culture by wearing these traditional Chinese costumes in an effort to avoid being seen as someone pandering to foreign countries, which would do more damage to her already tarnished reputation in China. You may remember that her opening look at the Paris Couture Week's Vogue World event, BingBing also opted for a Chinese Han attire. This has definitely been a central theme of BingBing's public appearances over the last couple of years. Part of this was definitely her true appreciation of these Chinese designers' works, but the other part of that was BingBing's attempt at currying favors with the Chinese entertainment governing body by being the unofficial brand ambassador of traditional Chinese culture. As I detailed in my first video about BingBing's comeback, there are a number of Chinese movies and TV shows that she had already finished filming but got shelved indefinitely because of her tax evasion scandal. They might never see the light of day. Let's hope that BingBing will get her break soon.